Hello, my name is Gabby and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, then welcome to my channel, and today's video is going to be a reading vlog. And specifically, this reading vlog is going to be for Raybearer. So this is a book that I picked up a little while ago around the time that it came out because it was getting really good reviews, and just look at the cover, like it's stunning. But it's kind of sat around for a while since then, even though I was super excited for it, and like the sequel's out now and that also has a really gorgeous cover, and I've been seeing these books everywhere. So yeah, I just think it's time for me to finally get on this, and I've been wanting to vlog because I feel like I have a lot of stuff going on right now. This is my finals week, so maybe not the best time, but I only have one more day left tomorrow. So after that, I can invest my time into this. I also think I'm about, I don't know, 8 books away from meeting my reading goal and like only half of December left. So this will not be the only book that I probably read during this vlog, but we'll see how it goes. So other things that I also have going on is that I bought like this book cart a while ago because I saw like one too many book carts on Instagram and it made me want one so bad. But I didn't know what to do with it, but I've also been wanting to start collecting manga again. So I decided that that's going to be like my manga cart. The only problem is that I have not put it together yet, so I think that is something that I want to do in this vlog. And then also towards the end of this video, I will have both a spoiler-free review for this book and also a journal with me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I don't really know when I'm going to get a chance to start this. I have to edit videos today because I have a video that's supposed to go up in a couple of hours that I haven't started editing yet and that I literally just filmed. And then I also do kind of have another book that I wanted to finish before this one. So I kind of want to finish that one first before I start this, but also like I have so many unfinished books anyway at this point. What's one more? So I'm thinking like today's Wednesday, so I'm thinking starting this maybe Friday or over the weekend. I don't know, but I will see you when that happens. Alright. Hello, it is Monday now. I did pick this up last night and I got to page 56, so I do have a reading update. So one of the other reasons why I wanted to do this book for a reading vlog was because, I don't know, it looks fairly short, and of course whenever I think that I have a short quick read, I look inside the book and the words end up being small. Which I feel like with a lesser book, this would be annoying to me, but with this one in particular, and also with another one that I had recently, this is actually going to probably be a good thing at the end of the day. So this did end up taking me quite a few pages to get into, and by that I mean like probably 10 or 20 pages out of the 50. It really throws you right into the world as soon as you start reading, and it can tend to get a little bit info dumpy, but I don't really mind that much. I did at the beginning, but I don't now, and that's because there are just like a lot of really engaging concepts and ideas that are being brought up. So like every time I would find out more about them, like as I kept reading, I would get more and more interested and invested into the story. Also, the characters are really interesting, especially the lady. I want to know so much about this person, oh my god. And I'm also really loving our main character so far. I will say I wasn't expecting this book to start the characters out so young, which is fine for now. But I do think I am getting to the point where I kind of want a time skip, like I feel ready for that, but I'm sure that's coming, so it'll be okay, I think. I also really like the atmosphere of this book so far, and I feel like I'm having that feeling where I'm having trouble putting it down, which is amazing. But I also haven't been able to like sit down and read that many pages in one sitting, just with like any book, just in general, for a while. So getting lost into a story like I am with this one, at least so far, is definitely needed, and I am grateful for that. So yeah, I'm not that far into this right now. I do really want to read more of it today and hopefully get a decent chunk of it done. Like I said before, I haven't been able to like sit and read for like a long time in a while. So I don't know how that's gonna go, but I'm gonna try. I was also going to start on the book cart, but tomorrow my mom and I are going to put up our tree. So I'm hesitant to like put something else in the way when we're like grabbing decorations and just moving stuff everywhere. I don't know, but I definitely want to get that thing built soon because it's kind of just been sitting around, and I want to see it in like all of its glory very soon. So yeah, I don't know. We're going to see where the day takes us, and I am going to get started back into this. Yeah, alright. Okay, hi, I'm back. I have been reading for a couple of hours now, I think. I don't know. I'm on page 126, so I think that's good progress for the day. I don't necessarily want to stop reading the story more than I just want to, like, take a break from reading in general. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to have to, like, reread paragraphs and stuff because I'm not, like, my brain doesn't want to pay attention as much, so I think it's time to move on, for now at least. I'll probably read a little bit more of this later, most likely tonight. As for a reading update, it's still going really well. I did get my time skip in literally the next paragraph that I first started out reading. So that was fun to see, and there is like a consistent passing of time, it feels like, which I really like. Mostly because I am really liking these characters and I really want to stick with them and their story for as long as I am able to. As for the story itself, I'm really curious to see where it goes, but I am very invested in this and I am so excited to continue on with it. Kind of wish I already had the sequel, but I think it's still a little bit early to be thinking about that. But I kind of wish I had it here with me so I could binge read it. But also, who knows if I would actually do that if I did have the sequel with me, so. Something else I was thinking about while I was reading this was just like the aspect of storytelling in this book and how it is like going about telling stories, and it reminds me of the oh my god. It reminds me of the Crier's War duology in that way, where it's like very focused on, well, not very focused in this case, but there is like this love and appreciation for stories in here that I really enjoy seeing. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'm curious to see where everything goes, and I will see you guys later. I don't know with what though, but we'll figure it out. Alright. Hi, it's the next day now. I didn't get a chance to read last night, but I did read this morning, and I got to part 3, which I think is like 100 and it's almost 200 pages. I think it's like within 20 or 30 pages of 200. The story definitely took a turn, not a bad turn. I don't know if it's necessarily, I want to call it a good turn, but I'm still with the story. Things are still going good. I'm still really interested to see how it goes and where it ends up. But today is Christmas tree day. My mom just got home, so we are going to go do that. Okay, hi. It's been a few days since my last update. The holidays have mostly passed besides like New Year's. Just coming up in 2 days now, which is why this is here, but I will talk about that soon. I have not made any progress on Raybearer since my last update on it. I hope to get some more progress on it tonight, hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. But I have not completed my ever-changing reading goal for 2021. It started out at 100 books. I've since cut it down to 50 a few months ago, and I am 8 books away from 50, which is why this is here. So I'm thinking I'll read 4 volumes of something today, and then 4 volumes of something tomorrow, get to 50, get it out of the way, and focus on Raybearer just at night to see if I can get it done before the new year. But if I can't, then that will also be okay because I'll have my reading goal completed anyway. Also, my mom did get this built for me, so that's fun. Apparently I had the legs, I guess they are, of this facing the wrong way, so apparently it wasn't that hard to put together, but I messed up. I'm not really sure what I want to read yet. I know I want to finish, I believe it's here, yes. Okay, I know I want to finish this. I'm about halfway through, so that will be helpful when it comes to saving time today. I haven't formed much of an opinion on this one yet. Hopefully that'll happen soon because, like I said, I'm halfway through, but I do think I'm enjoying it. And then also, I did start this last night. I am liking it. There are some parts that I'm kind of like, I don't know about that. But for the most part, it's making me very happy. It's making me laugh. It's making me smile a lot. So I love it for that. The other thing is I do want to do like a haul of manga soon. And I want to like start series to see what I want to put in that haul. That's how this one ended up in this TBR mostly, because I want to see if I like it, to see if I want to continue it. I do have the second volume because my hopes were really high and I think it's going really well so far. Other than that, I do have volume 10 of Dr. Stone here. I read this is about where the anime, season 2 of the anime leaves off. I also did the same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen, where I got volume 8. So I definitely want to like read these two and keep going with these series. I'm more thinking about reading this one, then this one soon, but we'll see. The other one that I think is a definite is Haikyuu. I'm on volume 18 right now. I do have 19, 20, and 21, and then I run out. But I think these are going to be maybe my 4 today, and then my 4 tomorrow. I'm thinking about maybe starting Chainsaw Man, and also I have the Demon Slayer collection down there, so I might get into that. I really wanted to do this, but it's a light novel and not the manga because I couldn't find the manga, but I could find the light novel, and I'm not sure. It's about 200 pages and I think that might just take a little bit too long right now, but I do really want to read this. I've been also thinking about this recently because I've been watching the anime every week and I've heard the manga's a lot better, so I definitely want to check that out and see how I feel about this one. See, I feel like I have a good amount of options to pick 8 things from this. So I will see you guys tomorrow when I hopefully do have an update for Raybearer. I'm not sure if I will yet, but hopefully I will. And then also hopefully a more concrete TBR for tomorrow. So yeah, see ya. it is now January 4th, so Happy New Year. I did finish Raybearer before the new year. I forgot to grab it. So I didn't read the night that I said I was going to read it, but I woke up on the 31st and I realized that if I didn't finish this that day, then I couldn't include it in any of my year-end list. And just something about the idea of this being like separated in any way from like my 2021 reads just did not feel correct. So I did end up spending most of my day on the 31st finishing this, so now it is officially included. And we're going to do the spoiler-free review for this in a second, but first I did also finish my reading challenge. So I want to wrap that up first because the TBR that I said earlier did not last, so I just want to wrap that up. The first thing that I finished was the manga collection for I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, which I had about halfway finished when I started on the 30th. Well, started again. I was reading it like throughout December, I think. Maybe I started it in November. I don't remember. But this was an easy one to get done before the new year. Honestly, I still don't feel like I have that many feelings on it, which I feel like I should. I don't know. Something like felt really disconnected between me and the characters, especially like the main girl. Although she does have like this monologue type thing towards the end of this that I did really enjoy, and I also did end up liking our main character. So I guess I was expecting like a stronger reaction to this overall, but I do like what I got from it still. I also did end up finishing this volume of Otakoi, Love is Hard for an Otaku. I've only read this one, but I really like this couple that's on the front here, and this has definitely worked its way into my heart very quickly. The only thing that really prevented like the automatic 5 stars is that there are some jokes and some aspects of this that I really don't love and I'm trying very hard not to take so seriously, but it's hard. But I do definitely want to continue on with this because there's just so many things about it that make me very happy. I also did end up reading volume 10 of Dr. Stone. The first like 1/4 or so of this is covered by the end of season 2 of the anime, but it's been a while since I had seen the anime since I was watching it while it was airing, so I definitely feel like I both needed and wanted the recap because I love this series, so I didn't mind that there was going to be a recap of it in the first place. This was also just a lot of fun, and somehow I feel like I missed these characters more than I actually thought I did, which I already thought that I missed them a lot, so that was something. And this is probably the bulk of where that mini manga haul that I mentioned earlier is going to go because I don't want to be without this series. I also ended up reading the first 2 volumes of Chainsaw Man and also Demon Slayer, which I don't feel like getting out right now. So Chainsaw Man I ended up reading because of all the hype around it, and there are things that I do really like so far, and I do definitely see the potential to how it got as big as it is. But there are also some aspects of this that I don't like, which again, I'm trying not to take too seriously. I do feel like there are some really strong and fun character chemistry stuff going on in here that I am really enjoying, and I can easily see myself falling in love with that in the future, and also just some plot things that I'm excited about. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to continuing on with this, and I'm curious to see where it ends up. As for Demon Slayer, I am caught up with the anime, so I already knew the story from these first 2 volumes, and this honestly isn't my favorite part of the series in terms of story, but it was a nice revisit nonetheless, and I definitely enjoyed them. So now that we're done with the manga portion of my reading challenge, let's get into Raybearer. So we're gonna go ahead and do the synopsis first because we haven't done that yet. So Raybearer is a West African fantasy that follows our main character, Tarisai, who has been raised in isolation by her mother, who also goes by the Lady, and her mother was often absent from her childhood. When she reaches the right age, her mother sends her to the capital to compete with other children for a spot on the Crown Prince's Council. Each council member gets connected to the others through the Ray, which creates a very deep bond between all of the members. This is a closeness that Tarisai craves. However, her mother made a wish for her to kill the Crown Prince, and she is being compelled to obey this. So we're going to start with the characters, and specifically we are going to start with our main character because I really loved her and I loved following her journey. I really admired her intelligence and her strength, and I don't know, I just really gelled with her very quickly. I feel like she undergoes a lot of character growth in here, and she's definitely one of my favorite characters from this year, and I can't wait to see what she does next in the next book, and continue to see how she's growing and just where she's going in there. As for the lady, I think I mentioned earlier that I found her really interesting, and that definitely never went away. I hate her, but like I love her for that. She's such an interesting villain. She's incredibly manipulative, especially towards her daughter, which again, we hate her for that. And then we also hate her for just like the general neglect and a lot of other things too. But it's been a while since I've seen a villain that's actually kept me interested and engaged, and she definitely proved to be that. So next we have Daiyo. He's the crown prince. He's just really sweet, and I feel like he's reliable. He's also asexual, I believe. There's a couple of LGBT plus characters in here which I would love to see explored more later, because we didn't get to see a lot of those characters, and by that I mean very little other than Daiyo. But I also want to talk about something else that's like kind of related, kind of not related to that in a second. But anyway, Daiyo just felt really wholesome, and I generally enjoyed when he was on the page. And then we have Kira, and once again, sweet and reliable. She plays more of like the best friend trope that a lot of characters I feel like end up playing in a lot of books. But she also does have her own stuff going on too that I found really interesting. So the last character that I want to talk about is Sanjeet. I can't decide on how I feel about him. So I'm going to just say that my feelings are neutral, which is weird because he's there for a lot of the story. And my feelings definitely aren't negative necessarily, but I want to say they're entirely positive either. I definitely think he adds more for me than he takes away though, which is good. As for everyone else, I definitely feel like there are a lot of characters that got pushed into the background like an incredible amount. And we follow from Tarisai's perspective, so she knows all of these people, but we don't. So I would definitely love to see more of these characters explored like later on in the future, because they do sound interesting from the little that we hear about them. But I also do get that it's a pretty short book, and I understand that there were more important things to focus on and expand upon in here. So this is probably just me being greedy for more content. So moving on to the story, I already mentioned how I loved following Tarisai's journey, and the story was very focused on her and her mother. And I love that. Which once again, this was just incredibly interesting, and the themes of overcoming things and not letting other people dictate who you are and what you're going to do were very strong and very lovely to see. It's also like a story about finding your own voice and, like I mentioned before, the growth, and I just really enjoyed all of it. As for the world building, I think I said this before, but it does really throw you into it at the beginning, which was overwhelming for me at first, but there's just so many interesting beings and plot points that stem from the world itself and the beings that like inhabit this world, so I'm definitely excited to see more of that explored in book 2. I definitely got really sucked into this, and I guess like the politics, you would call it, between the different realms and also just their conflicts. And this seems kind of really simple, but I love the way there were things that were said and like teased and showed in the beginning of the book that all like built up to some of like the big reveals and plot points. It feels like a very well constructed story, and I don't know, it just felt really satisfying to read. There's also a pretty prominent romance in this book, and I'm very neutral on them as a couple. I don't really love them together, but I like them, and as long as they're happy, then it's all good. So yeah, I just really loved and wanted everything this book had to offer, and also more than that because, like I said, I'm greedy. But I do truly love and appreciate this book for what it is, and I gave it 5 stars. I also did have that feeling of not wanting to put it down many times throughout this book, which was amazing, because there's not been many books that have gave me that feeling this year. Definitely one of my favorite reads of the year, and I am so excited to read the sequel, even though I've been trying not to buy books because I have a lot of books that I haven't read yet. But there are also like a couple of books that I definitely do want to make exceptions for, and this one is definitely one of them. Well, not this one, but the sequel, you know. Okay, so that is all I have for this vlog. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support throughout 2021. I'm probably going to keep repeating that because I don't know what video comes out first, but I am very grateful if you've supported me in any way, from just watching my videos to interacting, liking, commenting, subscribing, like all of that. Just thank you so much. And I hope you guys all have an amazing, or just like in a general sense, better 2022. I feel like I forgot my outro. Okay, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and answer your question. That'll be around here if you want to do that. And hopefully I will see you here next time. Bye.